Chapter 6. Images, Links and Frames in HTML5. It is quite common for websites to use images on their pages. All the pages of a website are linked to each other. Besides, we see that a web page is divided into various sections. HTML allows us to implement all these functionalities in our web pages. In this chapter, we will discuss how to insert images, create marquee, link web pages, and how to create frames using HTML. How to insert images. The look and feel of a web page can be enhanced by using images and other graphical elements such as drawings, paintings, and charts. All these graphical elements are regarded as images in the web page. In HTML, we can insert images inside the web pages through the img tag. The img tag is a container tag and has various attributes. These attributes are as follows. src, it specifies the source or URL of the image that has to be inserted in the web page. For example, img src is equal to see my documents rows.jpg. Width, it specifies the width of the image in the web page. For example, img src is equal to rows.jpg, width is equal to 50%. Height, it specifies the height of the image in the web page. For example, img src is equal to rows.jpg, height is equal to 60%. Align, it aligns the image with respect to the text placed adjacent to the image. Image can be aligned left, right, middle, bottom, and top. For example, img src is equal to rows.jpg, align is equal to right. Border, it specifies the thickness of the border surrounding the image. For example, img src is equal to rows.jpg, border is equal to 2. Alt, it specifies the alternate text to be displayed in the web browser if the provided image is not found. For example, img src is equal to rows.jpg, alt is equal to describing the flower. Let us learn how to insert an image in the web page using the img tag. See the following example. You should remember that an image which you want to insert in the web page must be saved at the same location where you have saved your HTML file. If you want to insert an image from any other location, you will have to provide the complete path of the image to the src attribute. For example, if your image is saved in the E drive of your computer, then the path of the image will be e/tulip.jpg. How to link web pages. As you have read earlier, a website is a collection of web pages which are interlinked. The web pages of a website are linked with the help of a feature of HTML called hyperlink. A hyperlink is generally an underlined text which takes you to another web page when clicked. Generally, hyperlinks are seen in blue color. Images can also be used as hyperlinks. When the mouse pointer is hovered over a hyperlink, it changes to a hand shape. When a hyperlink is clicked, its color changes to purple. We can use HTML5 to create two types of linking. They are as under. Interlinking, it is the process of linking a particular section of the same web page. In this case, the hyperlink and the linked section appears on the same web page. Hence, interlinking is also called internal linking. Intralinking, it is the process of linking a web page to another web page of the same website. It is also referred to as external linking. Tech fact: if width and height are not specified, the page will flicker at the time of image loading. Anchor tag. Anchor tag is used to define hyperlinks in HTML web pages. It is a container tag and used as a hyperlink text /a. Hyperlink text may be some text or an image. The A tag has the following attributes. href. Href is short for hypertext reference. It takes the URL of the web page which we want to link when we create external linking. Target. This attribute is used to specify the place in which the linked web page will open. It takes any one of the following 4 values, *_self, opens the linked web page in current window or tab. *_blank, opens the linked web page in a new window or tab of the web browser. *_parent, opens the linked web page in a parent window or tab of the web browser. *_top, opens the linked web page in the window that is on top in all the windows. External web pages can be linked using href attribute of the anchor tag. The href attribute takes the URL of the web page in double quotes. The syntax to create a hyperlink is as follows. A href is equal to URL of web page, target is equal to _blank, link text /a. For example, a href is equal to about.html, target is equal to _blank, about us /a. The code given above will create a link with the name About Us. By clicking on the About Us link, we can open the about.html web page in a new window or tab. The home page, first page, of a website consists of the links of other web pages. Let us take an example of a website of the Modern English School in which we are using external linking. The web page consists of 6 hyperlinks: admissions, activities, events, sports, about us, and contact us, each of which is created by using the A tag. In the above code, you may see that the A tag has been used 6 times to create 6 hyperlinks. Each hyperlink is related to a different web page. For example, the activities hyperlink is linked with the activities.html web page. When you click on the activities hyperlink, the activities.html web page opens in your web browser window. See the image given on next page. As said earlier, a hyperlink points to a specific section within the same document or web page in case of internal linking. This is helpful especially when a long web page is divided into sections and a list of all section headings is displayed on the top of the web page. When you click a section heading, you reach the related section explanation which is located down somewhere on the same web page. This can be done using the A tag as shown at the top, where is equal to section headings are to be shown. Type href is equal to #act section heading /a. In the above command, #act is the name or label given to the explanation section. This command tells the browser that the hyperlink refers to the name #act. When the section heading is clicked, it will take you to the explanation section where the name or label #act is given. Where section explanation has to be shown, type id is equal to #act about the section heading /a. Now, if you click any section heading at the top of the web page, you will reach the respective explanation section. Let us take an example of internal linking. The flowers.html web page consists of 4 hyperlinks which are linked to the different sections of the same web page in which they appear. If you wish, you can also use various CSS properties to change the color of hyperlinks in different states. Mainly there are 4 states of hyperlinks: link, visited link, hover and active. By using the following CSS properties, you can change the look and style of hyperlinks in different states. A. Link. It is used to set the style for a link that has not been visited. A. Visited. It is used to set the style on a link which has been visited. A. Hover. It is used to set the style that becomes visible when the mouse pointer moves over the link. A. Active. It is used to set the style that we notice when the link is clicked. Links as buttons. You can use various CSS properties to display links as buttons. HTML codes show links as buttons. How to add audio and video. We can add media to a website by using the HTML5 audio and video tags. To add media, we are required to set src attribute to identify the media source and include the controls attribute so the user can play and pause the media whenever needed. Adding audio. We can embed sound content in an HTML document by using the audio tag. Adding video. We can embed videos in an HTML document by using the video tag. As soon as you open the HTML file, your default web browser will display the video and start playing it. In some browsers, you may need to click on the play button to start the video. The audio and video tags might not work in some browsers that do not support HTML5 and certain file formats. The file formats currently supported to embed audio are MP3, OGG and WAV. The file formats currently supported to embed video include MP4, OGG and WebM. Frames. You can display more than one web page on a single screen of the web browser using frames. Frames are the different sections or parts of a web page. The iframe tag of HTML allows you to divide a browser window into many sections or parts. The iframe in HTML is short for inline frame. See the following example. Iframe src is equal to URL name is equal to description. In this example, URL is the address of a web page which you want to display in a frame. The iframe tag provides the following attributes. src. We use this attribute to specify the URL of the web page which you want to display in the frame. Height. This attribute is used to specify the height of the frame. Width. This attribute is used to specify the width of the frame. Name. This attribute is used to specify the name of the frame. This name can be used in the target attribute of the A tag. In the above code, the browser window has been divided into two columns. In the left column, the home page of the Modern English School website will open. When we click any hyperlink from the left column, the linked web page will appear in the right column. Ensure that all the hyperlinks contain the target attribute with iframe2 as value. The output will be as shown below. The float and position properties of CSS are used to display frames side by side. You can also hide the border of the frames by using the border property of CSS. You can change style of the border of frames by using the border style property of CSS. How to create forms in HTML. You must have come across different types of forms such as registration form, login form, and feedback form while visiting different types of websites. These forms are created by using HTML. Generally, a form is a collection of different types of fields to take the input from the user on the web page. It replaces the paper-based forms used earlier. Nowadays, we notice that most of the schools, universities, and other commercial organizations use the online forms to submit or accept information. Different types of fields such as text boxes, checkboxes, radio buttons, drop-down menus and password boxes are used to accept different types of information from the visitors of a website. Two HTML tags form and input are used to handle the forms on the web page. Using the form tag. The form tag is a container tag that is used to create the form boundary on a web page. All the other form-related tags such as input, select and text area are used inside the opening form and closing /form tags. The syntax to use the form tag is as under form elements /form. There are two main attributes of the form tag, action and method. Action. This attribute is used to specify the action that will take place when we submit the form values. It takes the URL of another web page or an email address to receive the information. Method. This attribute specifies the type of method that the form will use to accept the values entered into form fields. The most commonly used values for this attribute are post and get. Using the input tag. The input tag is considered to be one of the most important form elements. It is used to create the controls of fields to take the input from the user in the form of text, selection, and click. The input tag has the following attributes. Type. The type attribute is used to specify the type of field we want to create. It takes one of the predefined values. The predefined values for this attribute are as follows. Text. This value is used to create a text box field. A text box field is a one-line text input control. This is the default value of the type attribute. Radio. This value is used to create a radio button control. A radio button control is used to select only one option from a set of options. Checkbox. This value is used to create a checkbox control. We can select multiple options from a set of options with its help. Button. This value is used to create an action button control. An action button control allows us to perform an action when we click on it. Submit. This value is used to create a submit button control. The submit button control helps to submit all the entered values in the form to a specified URL. Reset. This value is used to create a reset button control. When clicked, it clears all the values entered in the form fields. Password. This value is used to create a password field which looks similar to a text box field. The only difference is that the text entered in the password field is not readable because password characters appear in the form of tiny stars. Name. This attribute is used to specify the identity of the field on the web page. Value. This attribute is used to specify the default value of the field. The syntax of the input tag is given as under input attribute is equal to value, name is equal to value. Using the textarea tag. The textarea tag helps to create a multi-line text box that can accept long text values. We can specify the number of rows and columns we want in a text area by using the rows and columns attributes of the textarea tag. The syntax of the textarea tag is given below. Textarea rows is equal to 2, columns is equal to 70. Using the select tag. We use the select tag in order to display multiple options in the form of a drop-down menu or list from which we can select only one option at a time. This tag is used along with the option tag, which helps to specify options in the drop-down list. The syntax of the select tag is given below. Select option 1, option 2, option N. Select. Knowledge Zone. In 1990, the first ever web browser to use HTML was World Wide Web, which was later renamed as Nexus.